Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we're going over some of the best Louis Vuitton limited edition collections. I got inspired to do this because I actually found one. It's sitting right here. Actually, you know what? It's in the frame, so I'm just going to show you now. I happened upon this bag when I was just randomly browsing through the RealReal, and I just became obsessed with it over the course of a couple of weeks. So this is a Louis Vuitton Speedy limited edition from the 2010 collection. This collection is called the Monogram Eden. So as you can see, it has strips of the monogram canvas, and those are sewn onto a metallic gold leather. So this is a leather bag with monogram canvas attached to it. It has the signature of a Vachetta trim, and this one comes with a long nylon strap. So for those of you who are into Louis Vuitton, two things should stand out to you about this bag. So first of all, this is from 2010. This was before the release of the Bandolier Speedy. I believe that was not released until about 2012 or so, if memory serves. But this strap also is the exact same strap that they went on later in 2019 to use with the Louis Vuitton multi-pochette. So this one just has a little bit of cool history. I really like the color and style of it, and you know, a lot of the time I think it's easy to forget with all of the new releases how many great collections Louis Vuitton has had. The main things that I focused on when I worked in the industry were bags from prior collections, so I got very familiar and very well acquainted with a lot of the limited edition Louis Vuitton collections. So there are some great ones. There also have been some that were not so great. I've done all kinds of different prints, different collaborations over the years, and I'm highlighting today some of my favorites. One thing I will say about limited edition Neverfulls is that they don't necessarily hold their resale value. And one very important tidbit about all of these limited edition collections is that some of them go for great prices on the resale market. So I just purchased this one recently. This is a canvas and leather bag. I was able to get it for $1,400, which was admittedly a little bit on the higher side because of the condition that it's in. So I'm absolutely obsessed with this one, but if you're looking for deals of things that are unique that not everyone's gonna have, and maybe if you're looking for something a little bit more unique at a really good price point, definitely consider some of the limited edition collections. So the first favorite is a bag that I came this close to buying a couple of years ago, and that is the Monogram Mirage line. So this one is cool because it comes in two different colorways. The monogram goes ombre, so on one colorway, the monogram background color ombres down to like a burgundy red tone, and then on the other color of it descends into black. So it's super cool. This one came out in 2007, and it definitely does have what I think are a lot of the hallmarks of like that mid-2000s. But what I love is the print, and I love all of the accents on it. So they did make a Speedy in this collection, but they have one called the Grille. Sorry if I'm butchering that. But it is sort of like a structured hobo style with two leather straps. It has the ombre monogram as mentioned, then it also has a strap going over the opening. Now that shape and style of bag isn't one that I really particularly go for, but they do have a bigger size, and I was this close to buying it, like I said, but it wasn't going to fit my laptop, or it wasn't going to fit it very well, and I kind of needed it to. I love this collection. I just think that aesthetically it looks absolutely beautiful, and it would be really cool if they were to release something else like this in the future. So another really cool collection is the Damier Colors, and I believe the bag style is called the Mobile. This one is like so it's a fold over tote, and it has the Damier print. Now I happen to really love the Damier prints. I actually prefer them over the classic monogram. In the past, I would say within the last five or so years, they have definitely gotten off of the Damier collections, and I think it is such a shame. So this collection was from 2014. It came in like yellow and orange, and I want to say there was like a blue, teal-y turquoise color, and maybe a purple. Obviously you'll see photos here on screen, but this was like a fold-over tote, very similar to what I think of now as the like Stella McCartney Falabella style. So you could either fold it over to carry it as like a clutch or on the strap, and it also doubles into being able to carry as a large tote if you have more things. I just loved the colors on this, and even though yes, of course, I have sworn off color, I do think it's very cool, very unique, and when they do come up on the pre-loved market, which isn't often, something I love, they're not going to be very, very expensive. So these next two are definitely an homage to the Damier print. First, we have the Damier Gaunt line. This one I want to say is from 2009, if memory serves. I'll have that info on screen if that's incorrect. But this is a canvas that the Damier print is like zoomed in, and the colors are like sort of a metallic. Now this was mostly done, I believe, in the men's line and more so with travel pieces, and it's just a print that I absolutely adored. Now it came in like messenger styles and duffel bags as well as briefcases. So the hardware on them was matte silver and it had vachetta trim. It also came in black. So once we got in a duffel bag in this print, and I absolutely was obsessed. Now unfortunately I just know myself and I know that I won't carry a duffel bag, so I didn't buy it. But back then we ended up selling it for under $1,000, and it was just such a like cool, versatile, fun piece that it wasn't one that you were going to see all over the place. Now, yes, of course, we love a monogram flex here at KWSHOPS, but these are just a little bit more subtle, and they're ones that you're just not going to see out and around. And looking at this list, I feel like I'm kind of having a sequin moment, because there are a lot of sequins in these collections, and I am absolutely dying over them. Next up, we have the Damier Paillette Speedy. This came in the 30 size, and it's a standard a standard Damier bend canvas, only it was embellished with either navy or burgundy sequins. Now this one is so incredibly cool. The attention to detail is very intricate, and I have seen it in person, and the sequins are like very, very well placed, and it's definitely going to be a sturdy and not super delicate, as sometimes bags with beading can be. So it came in the 30 size, and it was only in the classic. I wish that they would re-release something like this. I just think that the sequins, especially for like a fall winter, are absolutely stunning. Can you imagine it in like a gold? Okay, we've talked about a couple of them that go for less on the resale market. This one, not so much. Now, this is super rare. This is the Louis Vuitton Monogram Waiter collection. This is the signature regular monogram with stripes in a beige tone, and this was made in both a Neverfull and in a Noé. Now, I adore this collection, but those are two bags that I don't think I really need in my collection or in my life. Bucket bags really aren't my thing. By the way, as a note, the first time that I saw this collection, I saw it in the bucket bag style, and again, I fell in love with all of this, but just know myself, and a bucket bag isn't going to be something that's going to add to my wardrobe collection and lifestyle. So I had to sit it out, even though it's one of those things where like you buy it just because you like the way it looks, and then it sits on your shelf and you never use it. So this one was from a 2011 collection, and you see them sporadically out there on the market. I would say there do tend to be more of them, or at least I see them out there on the resale market relatively frequently, but they definitely go at a premium relative to some of the others on this list. I think that the Neverfull, especially if it's in good condition, will end up being like close to $3,000, which is, granted, is a lot for a Neverfull, but it's absolutely stunning. So if you watched my last collection video, then you'll know that most of my bags and most of the things that I like are from a very particular era of my early 20s, and there hasn't been a lot of like newer, more recent, more current collections that really like just tug at my heartstrings the way the 2013 to 16 era kind of do. One exception, however, is the Louis Vuitton Monogram Giant Jungle print. So this is another bag that I almost bought so many times. It came in an on the go as well as a Speedy and probably a Neverfull. So I've seen the double zip pochette in the jungle print, and I have been so tempted. So tempted. I have sworn off color, but I feel like leopard print is its own color. Leopard print is neutral, right? I really like the pattern and how it switched between black and orange, and then also there was a white and orange, or was it white and black? You'll see in the pictures. This one brought texture, it brought pattern, and it overlaid the signature Louis Vuitton with a really bright, vibrant, like orange, black, and like tiger print, animal print, and I just thought it was so incredibly cool. One collection that is renowned by all of the Louis Vuitton collectors out there is the Watercolor Speedy. This one came in both white and black, and it had like pink printed watercolor style Louis Vuitton print all throughout. This is one that goes for a lot of money out there on the resale market. They're very rare, they're very hard to get. I'm not into pinks, so this wasn't really going to be the one for me, but I can absolutely appreciate the print and the style of this one. A lot of the time what we see with some of these limited collections is that they'll really try to push them. The sales associates will be really instructed to push them, and you can kind of tell. That was true, I think, of like the Masters collection, and if you guys remember that one with all the paintings. I remember walking into the store and like, if the sales associates on a random Tuesday are telling you about how exclusive the new collection is, pieces are so limited, blah, 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 you should absolutely immediately disregard what they're saying to you. Don't believe sales associates when they say something is exclusive, just categorically. One opposite of that, however, is the Tahitian Damier Azur print. I've been waiting forever to see a Damier print overlaid with a monogram print, and this one kind of did that. So the Tahitian line is Damier Azur canvas with vachetta trim, and then in pink, it sort of goes over with a fleur-de-lis and screen printed over it in pink. And I think that a lot of the people who purchased this collection held on to their pieces because you don't see them out there in the market very often. The only reason I'm including this collection on my list is because there's one bag that's a part of it that they haven't made again, and it was only available in this collection. The bag design on this is absolutely genius, but to be honest, I could do without the print. So we're talking about the Summer Trunks Pochette. So this one is a flat bag with a magnetic closure, detachable chain strap. There's card slots on the inside so you can wear it, so it basically is a wallet on chain. There's a zip pocket in back if memory serves, and I just think literally when I looked at it in store, it was the perfect bag. It just had all of that printing and screen printing on it. This one came out in 2018, and I think that was that was part of like the beginning stages of them trying to scale back on the canvas. That was at the height of the popularity of bags like the Favorite of the Pochette Matisse, and I think that if they would have made that in one of the regular canvases, it would have reached that Favorite Pochette Matisse level of popularity, and that was at a time when they were trying to go in the other direction. So that bag design unfortunately seems to have ended up on the cutting room floor. Maybe it'll come back in a leather or something, but I think that it was absolutely genius. So I can't do this list without talking about the Supreme line. That one came out in, I want to say possibly like 2019 if I'm not mistaken, and that was the first time that I really saw like hype and just that level of popularity and like resale really come into the Louis Vuitton space. Now Louis Vuitton, they collaborate with artists more so than other brands. As you can see, if you fast forward a couple of years, we got to like Fendace and Gucci Balenciaga and all that kind of stuff, and Louis Vuitton hasn't really done a ton of that. Most of their collaborations are with particular individuals, Kusama as an example, maybe a couple of others. If you can think of any designers that they have done collaborations with, then comment that down below, because that's not really something that I study at length. When I think of the Louis Vuitton Supreme line, I think of like how that really garnered the popularity. That really brought websites like Grailed and a lot of those like street style and sneaker collecting people into the luxury space. I think that is just a really interesting entrance for both of those two different types of customer to converge. Okay, one thing I'm seeing that I'm obsessed with right now is mirrored leather. I love metallic leather, and a mirrored patent leather is absolutely something I'm looking at like adding into my wardrobe right now. The most iconic of the mirrored patent leather bags is the Louis Vuitton Mirror Collection. This came in both silver and gold in a Speedy, a sack plot, as well as the Alma. Did it come in the Alma? But anyways, this was silver and gold super metallic, super shiny, mirrored patent leather stamp, mirrored vernis patent leather stamped with the Louis Vuitton monogram. These are very, very hard to find out there in the resale market today, and they are collector's pieces. You know, they were popularized by two celebrities that don't need a further platform here on my channel, but Louis Vuitton did re-release the a mirror collection recently, only they added vachetta trim to it. I believe that was one of Virgil Abloh's, and that is also a really, really cool one. But what I like about going back to some of the archives and the older collections is that the price points on them are not so crazily expensive, and you can still enjoy luxury at maybe a little bit more friendly of a budget. Now, the last one for this list is upcoming. I'm really interested in the Louis Vuitton Pharrell collaboration. He is now creative director of the men's line, if I'm not mistaken. So one thing you guys probably have gathered about my channel is that, like, I don't follow the day-to-day news bulletins from the fashion world. That's just never been something that I was particularly like interested in, because I just felt like all of the hype, all of the media frenzy, all of the articles and the blogs, when it comes down to like what I ended up doing, which was selling the items on down the road, that was long after those articles and that frenzy and that hype had been forgotten. And what was always really interesting for me was to see like what types of pieces really had staying power, and it rarely are the ones that we're talking about on places like Instagram and Twitter and all of that. That's just why just categorically I kind of don't follow it. I don't really watch the fashion shows. I was interested to see Pharrell's because I just think Pharrell has a really unique style of taste and sense, and I really liked what he did. Now, it's been a long time since Louis Vuitton has done really much of anything with the Damier prints. Those, like I said, those are the ones that I prefer, and he's done different colors with them. He's bringing it back. He's like zooming them in. He's zooming them in. He's bringing different colors to it. Just really making that a part of the collection. Now he's making the Speedy in leather, and it's going to be like some astronomical number. Like, as far as the future, will they sell at the crazy price points that they're going to be asking for? I'm not sure. Honestly, I am a little skeptical of that, but only time will tell. One thing that I have seen in real time over almost a decade in doing this is that the resale market for Louis Vuitton items, especially the collectors pieces, in the moment they don't tend to sell at a premium the way maybe they once did. And what I have noticed as well is with the bags, if you get a limited edition collector's bag, like a Never Full or something like that, the buyers on the resale market, A, are not going to pay a premium, and B, they don't really want to spend $3,000 for a Never Full. Like, these are people who are willing to spend $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000 on Chanel bags, but $3,000 for a Never Full to them, in my experience, is just like not what they're trying to do. This definitely is fun to collect, but do know that they're most likely, unless something crazy happens, to depreciate over time. Okay, so one of my colleagues at my old job recently like really got me onto the idea of like getting a Speedy, bringing the Speedy back as an it bag. I think it definitely has staying power, and I remember a couple of years ago I uploaded a video of bags that I don't see out in the world anymore. The Speedy was one of them, and I'm very happy to say that they have come back. I just got mine. This is the Monogram Eden collection from 2010, one of the first ones with the bandolier strap. If you watched my channel in the beginning, then you may remember that I had a classic Monogram Speedy for a couple of years. I did end up selling it just because I, wanted to change out into something else, but I am super happy to have this one back in my collection. So I remember thinking, like, one of the first times that I put all of my things into the original Speedy, I just remember thinking about how spacious and how well designed it was and how perfect it was for my needs at the time. Since then, I've gotten so many other bags that also suit my needs, maybe even a little bit better, but it really felt great to get my stuff back into this one. This one has 4 feet on the bottom. It has the bandolier strap in the wide green like nylon material, and it has this giant D-ring here. I just think this is the perfect bag. I am working on getting an organizer for it, so stay tuned, but luckily this time the Speedy 30 is a pretty classic bag and I shouldn't have too many struggles. That's it for this video. Let me know if there's any collections that you love out there that I didn't cover in this video, and let me know your thoughts on any of these. So in other updated news, I am trying to work on getting more content to you out more frequently over the next couple of weeks. So hopefully you guys are enjoying that if you have seen it, and if you have any suggestions of other videos or other videos you'd like to see, or other questions that you have about my experience in the resale industry, then let me know. Leave me a comment, send me an email, and you can also check me out over on Instagram. So with that, I'm going to leave it here, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!